Really consider this. Some might wonder, if Jesus is truly God, why did he pray to God? Can a person pray to themselves? Jesus prayed because he took on the real, true condition of humanity. You see, Philippians 2:6-8 reveals the mystery. Who, being in the very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he emptied himself by taking the form of a servant, being made in human likeness. You see, emptied himself is kenosis in Greek. It means he voluntarily laid aside the independent exercise of his divine powers. Not that he stopped being God, but he chose to live fully as a man, dependent on the Father and filled by the Spirit. Thus, he prayed not because he was less than God, but because he came to live as a true man, showing humanity how perfect obedience and dependence on God must look. He showed us not weakness, but perfect life of the perfect Son. Everything he did as a pattern for us to see and replicate. He lived, he spoke, he obeyed, and he prayed as the blueprint of perfect sonship. You see, humanity weakened by the fall cannot approach God perfectly by its own strength. Thus, God himself stepped into the weakness of man and by his own Spirit makes perfect intercession on our behalf, aligning us to his will with a perfection we could never achieve by ourselves. It is not man reaching to God, it is God carrying man into himself. Jesus prayed to carve the path for man to walk. The Spirit prays because the flesh cannot touch the will of God alone. This is the miracle of salvation. God carrying man into God. Man has tried for centuries to climb to God through religion, through effort, through striving. But flesh cannot touch the Spirit. Weakness cannot touch or enter eternal holiness. Thus cannot reach the divine. The gap is too vast. The light is too blinding. The fire is too consuming. It is not man climbing to reach God. It is God carrying man into God. It is not flesh stretching to touch the Spirit. It is Spirit descending to ignite the flesh. It is not thus striving to enter glory. It is glory consuming dust and raising it into eternal life. As the saying goes, if Muhammad cannot come to the mountain must come to Muhammad. So too the high place from above has visited us below. God did not wait for fallen man to ascend. Instead, the mountain descended to man. The high place lowered himself, not for us to climb up by effort, but for us to see that we have already arrived at the holy mountain of God. Christ is the mountain brought down to the earth. Christ is the summit laid at the feet of dust. Christ is the glory lowered into the human weakness. We do not strive to ascend, we stand on what has descended. The journey upward was ended when the Word was made flesh. The high became low so that the low could become high in him.